Hi guys, my name is David and welcome back to my channel. Before I get the ball rolling on this video, I just want to say that my nan is actually hoovering right now, so hopefully it doesn't pick up on the camera. So I'm going through all of Edgar Allan Poe's work and I'm going to be reviewing it all separately. And this is a brand new series I've actually created called The Year of Poe, and this is episode 2. So before I get into this video, please do not forget to subscribe, ring that bell and give this video a thumbs up. I'll have a link down below to my Goodreads account in case you want to follow me on Goodreads and see what I'm currently reading. And the story that I'm going to be talking about in this video is called The Gold Bug. So in my main videos, I usually mention that the book that I'm going to be reviewing is going to be my own thoughts and feelings, which this story is going to be that. And I also say that it's going to be a spoiler-free video. Because these stories were written such a long time ago, I think that spoilers don't really apply to them. But with that said, I am going to be steering clear away from major spoilers, but I might mention minor spoilers. But nothing that will overall affect the story if you want to read it. So the genre of this tale is an adventure story. I struggled to try to find out about what genre it is, but adventure is the closest thing that I could fit this story in. And this story is told from the perspective of an unnamed narrator. And he tells us about one of his friends called William Legrand. I probably butchered that name, so I'll have it up on the screen so you know who I'm talking about. So William, as far as I'm aware, has fallen under hard times, and as a result he has emigrated to a small island that he's actually living on, and he's doing all these experiments and all that type of stuff. He's basically exploring. I'm pretty sure that he has a very scientific mind and he's a very smart and intellectual person. And we also find out that there is another individual that is with William called Jupiter, or Jupe if you want to shorten it down, which the book actually sometimes does. Jupiter is a black man, and throughout this book it drops the N-word or various forms of the N-word throughout this book. No worries, it's not racist or anything like that. Yes, I know that this word encompasses everything that is actually about racism, but the way that Jupiter is actually treated in this book by our unknown narrator, or our unnamed narrator rather, and William, is never in a racist way. He seems to be more of a companion and a friend, and he's a very, very funny and likeable character. And when he was actually speaking in this, because he has a very strong dialect, I found it difficult to actually understand about what he was talking about for most of the time, or sometimes rather. But for the majority of the time, I got the overall idea about what he was talking about. But I did actually listen to this again on audio. There is a fantastic audiobook on YouTube. I will have it linked down below, where Vincent Price is actually narrating it. And I fully understood about what Jupiter was actually saying for all of the story. So one day, William actually writes to his friend and invites him to the island. But before he does, Jupiter goes to him and he tells him that Will has actually found a gold bug. Now, I thought that this was going to be like a object, like a piece of jewelry, like a solid gold bug type of thing, but no, this insect is real. It just happens to be of a golden color. And after this insect actually accidentally or purposefully bites Will, he becomes very erratic and very unpredictable, and he is very spontaneous, and he is completely out of character. So Jupiter, being a good friend of Will's, tells this unknown narrator, look, Will is acting really weird. Could you come to the island and try to find out about what's going on? So he says, yeah, I'll actually come. And as soon as he gets to the island, it's all hugs and kisses from Will, and he says, "Oh, it's actually great to see you, and it's fantastic that you came." But shortly afterwards, he says, "Look, we are going on a quest," and all three of them go off on the island in search for this strange thing. And the book kind of implies that the golden bug has something to do with it, that maybe it's affected his mind in some way. Although, is he really mad, or is he faking it, or is it something a bit more serious? So I won't say exactly what they actually go and find, but as you can probably tell by the thumbnail, it has something to do with pirates. So that is the main story of the Gold Bug. It was a very, very good story. It's an adventure story. If you have read something like Treasure Island or something along them lines, or Robinson Crusoe, then that is the closest thing that this actually represents. So what did I like about this story? I think I actually like the characters. As I said, Jupiter is my favourite character, and I like the sense of adventure and being on this island, and we don't really know anything at all about this gold bug, like if it's connected at all to the pirates that actually left something on this island, which you probably know what it is. Or is it just a random insect that happens to be of a golden colour and is very unusual, and it just is in the story? And what I disliked about the story is the amount of times that the variations of the N-words were brought up. As I said, it's never the meaning to Jupiter. He's actually never really looked down upon or treated poorly. It's just that I suppose it might be the age of the book and that when it was written and back then, but it was just a bit unnecessary to have it throughout the whole book. I knew who Edgar was actually referring to, but it wasn't necessary. You could have just called him Jupiter or Jupe or whatever, but it was just a minor thing. It didn't really spoil my overall enjoyment of the book. So I'm going to rate The Gold Bug by Edgar Allan Poe a 3 stars out of 5. And in conclusion, it was a very, very great and comfortable, adventurous story to actually read. Even though it's not horror, which I feel that Edgar is more well known for, it's one that shouldn't be missed by people that are trying to get into Edgar's work, despite whether you're into horror or not. So that's it, guys. That is my short video on episode 2 of the Year of Poe, which was focusing on the Gold Bug. I've dedicated the whole playlist for this series, so please check out episode 1 if you are watching this. I will have that link down below as well. So with all that out of the way, have a great day, read some awesome books, and I will see you all in my next video.